Good morning out there, everyone. This is Debbie Gruber from Lots of Knots Ceramics, and I wanted to take you on our last adventure of my beautiful dog Zeus. So what I did was I want to finish up some of the details that aren't done, and you can see I got a little bit of drool right there, so good for us. So right now I want to come in and bring some of the darkness into here and into his face a little bit, and I'm using dark burnt umber, which is an Americoat color. I really like this color. It's like my go-to brown. It does real great Indian's hair too. So I'm just going to get a little bit of brown on there, and I'm going to come in here and I want to get up to the teeth area. So this should be brown here. There. And like I said, I always look forward and backwards, so if I see a spot that needs a little bit more color, you know, I'll hit that too. And the reason I said that is because there's a spot right there. It's a little one, but still, I like everything to be as close to perfect as I can get. And this is Zeus's spot. He has a spot right here. Okay, and then I want to take a little bit of water because I don't want the full force of the color on there right now. Right now I'm going to do some shading. So I'm just took water and just put regular old tap water in there, and I'm thinning out my paintbrush. Okay, and I'm going to come in here and color some of these darker areas where the light would not get to. For those of you who haven't heard the speech before, here it is again. The world was given a great gift. It is the gift of the light, and it comes from God. God throws it over to the sun. Sun throws it down to the earth. So when you look at whatever it is you're painting, you have to decide, if I was light, where would I hit? Well, the light would hit really good here, which is why you see some of these light colors in here, because that's the reflection of the light that you see there. Where the wrinkles are, you have to decide where it should be darker and where it should be lighter. Any place that there's a fold, the light's not going to get to it because the light doesn't bend, it just goes straight. So I'm just kind of shading in where I think it needs to be a little bit toned. See how that pops out now? So it goes like this now, where before it was kind of straight, and now it kind of bends. And that's what I'm trying to show you how to do here. Okay. Now these spots here, I really can't change them because that's the way they are on my dog. And I want my dog to look like it's really my dog. And it does. You know, people really like this statue. This is my third Zeus. I've sold my dog twice. And this one's available after I finish my video. And I wanted to tell you guys, the next project that I have coming out is amazing. So you'll get more details on that through my Facebook page, which is Lots of Knots Ceramics. You can go out there and like my Facebook page, and you can see other things on my Facebook channel that I don't necessarily have on YouTube, and vice versa. You guys all know my YouTube channel is LOK Ceramics, and that's what I'm doing this for here. Okay, I'm just going to come up in here, darken it where I think it needs to be a little darker, and I'm just following the light. And like, I got a couple spots on here. It's like no matter how many times I go over this, I still see spots sometimes. All right. And then I'm going to come in here and give them some texture here. See how that looks? It looks terrible. But look what happens when I just rub my hands on there. It's amazing what my hands do to the paint. It makes it look so natural looking. So I didn't like the way that looked. There, that's much better. There. See how natural that looks? I love it. It looks great. It looks just like them. And I'm going to come in here and do some in here. I'm going to get between his toes. There. I'm going to get in here a little bit. I'll come through with the darker color on top of these. This is just like a base thing I'm doing here. And I'm smearing it because I like it when it doesn't look like it was painted. It should never look like it was painted. Same thing here. There. Doesn't he look beautiful? That's my baby. Isn't he awesome? See, I'm just going to get in here. I know it looks like we have a lot, but we really don't. We're almost finished. It makes these muscles pop out. Like, look at this. This should be really dark right here, because the light's really not going to hit there. So I'm going to make this a little bit darker. Maybe even get some straight paint in there and get it nice and dark. But spread so it looks natural. And it runs, that's for sure. You see her run, you got to get rid of that. There. Now I'm going to separate the tail. from the rest of it. And then here, there's a dent here. And I'm getting between his toes. And I'll come around the back side and get the other side. He's got a knuckle there. Got that. Okay, we just step back and take a look. I think we could use a little bit of something right there. Okay, and then step back and look. Oh yeah, that's my baby. I don't like the way this looks, so I'm just going to spread this out a little bit, make it not quite so painted. And the rest of it I really like. He's got like a dark spot on his tail, so I'm just going to put that back here and make it dark. Whoa, I almost wore that one. Glad I didn't. I really like this dress. There we go. Almost done. I'm going to come around the backside and do his little feet. And then I'm going to do his little nails, and then I'm just going to do his cookie, and we're done. Isn't that nice? I hope you guys have enjoyed watching me do him. Next time I'm going to do a patriotic eagle that's out of this world. It's huge, it's beautiful, it's beautiful. I can't wait to show it to you guys. There, I'm just going to get down here. There's a little knuckle bone there. Oh, there's a little bit here I missed. Yeah, perfect. Okay, and on this side too, a little feet. And then that, we got everything done over here. Nice. Okay. Now I'm going to bring in the darker color and get those nails. And I'm just outlining them around. His nails are real dark. Now there maybe other dogs aren't, but you know, my dog happens to have dark nails. Okay, I'm going to come back and do the back side. A little bit of paint goes a long way. I'm still on the same dip there. Finally have to redip it. Make it even. There we go. And I'm going to thin this out a little bit because this one's awful light. I'm going to darken this thing a little bit. Oh, that's much better. Now it matches. Perfect. Oops, look, I missed this. Perfect. All right. Okay, now I'm going to rinse this off. And I'm happy with Zeus. He looks wonderful. And then I'm going to take this green, which is right here. And I just took Black Forest Green, which is another one of my go-to green colors. And I just poured a bunch of water in this. So it's pretty thinned out. In case you haven't guessed already, this is for the cookie, the dog treat. I think it needs to be a little more. So now I'm just going to take this paint. It's very, very watered down. When you water down paint like this, I'm using a soft brush because it's a soft area. So I want to get in there with the soft brush and make it nice. This becomes a sponge when you touch it because it's wet. So when I put this on there, it's going to go pretty far. And it's doing exactly what I want. See, it's making it look like a real cookie. And sometimes what I do is if I think it's just not quite thin enough, I can just squirt water right on there and just smear it around like this. Stuff's fabulous. If I want to, I could take a rag and I could wipe it down with the rag too for some texture. So if I wanted to, I could just dot it like this. See, but doesn't that look like a dog treat? It sure does. So I'm just going to take this over here and just grab some paint and just go with it. Cover the whole thing with this paint. But see, it's very splashy, so you want to be careful. Otherwise, you're going to get it where you don't want it to go. And I just control it, just by going like this. There. And get it right up to his feet. And I think it's pretty cool that they put this piece on a dog treat. I mean, how smart was that? It's so sweet. Okay, that was very good. Oh, I need to stop right here. Take it out. Stop it. Now, I can't really spray right now because it's very dry. Before all this is dry. Before I put the spray on chocolates. And I do multiple sprays when I get something. So I'll spray this 3 times. But one thing I showed you before, come on, there is this. This is our channel. This is what I use when I make it to the drip. Now, I think I can add some more. It's creamy. It's perfectly clear. So you use very lovely. Okay, and so that's something. And it's more. And I can do this once or twice more. How many times do I need to? It's not sure now. That's what I want you to get it. Just a little bit. See? Okay, now watch it. It should come down. And I'm going to put it all together. Have to put some but that's what I'm doing. You just have to keep moving. I'm too happy. But I also like to do this nice drip. When I spray this on, I'm going to spray with a flat spray, flat clear spray. Yeah, if I'm just going to put this on, it has to spike shine through. That's all. But I like to put this on his nose because it makes his nose look wet. So it makes it look like a dog. And this is just like this. And it stays right. And I guess I'm going to do this. See? You guys see yourself. And that's such a beauty. Anyways, you can see. This is nice. Thank you all for watching. I think you're watching Zeus. And I'll look forward to you next time. So, have a good day. Okay, that looks very good. Oh, I missed the whole spot right here. I take it back. It's not perfect yet. I just want to touch this up real quick here. Get it in there where I want it to go. Give it a once over, and then I think this will be done. Now, I can't really spray it right now because it's very wet. I have to wait for all of this to dry before I can put the protective spray on the top of this. And I do a multiple of sprays when I'm going to put something like this outside. So I'll spray this 3 times when it's all dry and ready to go. But the one thing I did want to show you before I come off, there is this, this is varnish in a bottle. And this is what I used when I made his little drip here. Now, I think I would like to add some more to that drip. So I'm just going to pour some of this on here. I see it's creamy, but it dries perfectly clear. So you can use it wherever you want without worry, okay? And I'm just going to grab some of this paint and I'm going to put some more over here. And I may do this once or twice more, however many times I feel I need to. But see how it's dripping down? That's exactly what I want it to do, to get to that thing, to make it, I want it to be just a little bit bigger, see? Okay, and then I'll watch it, and it should come down. And if I want it to come further, oh, it's going to drip. I'll have to put some more, I'm sure. But that's okay, because that's what happens with the stuff. And you just got to kind of play with it, keep working with it, until you're happy with it. But I also like to do this nice little trick. When I spray this dog, I'm going to spray it with a flat spray, flat, clear spray. That way, it pretty much looks exactly like it does now. It may have just a slight shine to it, but that's all. But I like to put this on his nose because it makes his nose look wet. So it makes him look like a real dog. It makes him come to life. And this will dry just like this and stay this way. Now I'm going to pass in front of the camera, I'm sorry. There, see? Look how beautiful Zeus is. He really is a beautiful dog. And you'll be able to see for yourself because we shot some footage of him and you'll be able to see what it looks like soon. There. I'm just putting it on his eyes so his eyes look wet. And I put it on his nose so his nose looks wet. And that's what he looks like. Such a beauty. And he knows it. He's conceited. So this is my Zeus. So I thank you all for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed watching me paint Zeus. And I look forward to doing the next big project with you. Till then, have a great day, everyone.
You give me love. A little longer.
That's for the hot dog. Yeah, when I come to girls, were there 2 girls?